What's good, fam? Thanks for joining me again for another Go Format video. So like I mentioned yesterday, today we have part 2 of the finals of the Slifer tournament. For those of you who aren't familiar with these tournaments, they're ran by GoatFormat.com and Format Library. I'll link their description. I'll link their Discords down in the description below. So in the Go community, we have these tournaments that help you qualify for what we call the Go Format World Championships. Last year was the first one, and it was won by Bringerofrain92. It apparently went really well. This year, it looks like it's going to be even bigger. So these Discord channels are actually hosting tournaments for more people to be able to qualify for the World Championships. So yesterday's match was won by Bringerofrain92. He was actually in the losers bracket of the tournament for the Slifer tournament. So if he wants to win this tournament, he would have to beat Calvin out 2 times in a row because Calvin's in the winners bracket finals. Obviously he won yesterday. I'm not too sure who's gonna win this one. Like I tell you guys all the time, I go into these matches blind and you guys get my initial reactions. But anyways, guys, let's just hop into this match. As you can see on the screen, guys, so Bringerofrain's opening hand is Thunder Dragon, Scapegoat, Snatch Steal, Metamorphosis, and Creature Swap. Obviously Calvin's gonna go first. He won the rock paper scissors. His opening hand is DD Warrior Lady, Abyss Soldier, Solemn Judgment, Torrential Tribute, Tri-Virus, and Graceful Charity. So in my opinion, he could just go ahead and set this Warrior Lady or set the Tri-Virus. I mean, not the Tri-Virus, set the Torrential Tribute. There's really not much of a reason for him to activate this Graceful. If he sets both Solemn and Torrential, he just gets blown out by Heavy Storm. But let's see what his plays are gonna be. So he does activate Graceful Charity. He gets his BLS, Abyss Soldier, and a Trap Dust Shoot. So he's probably just gonna get rid of one of these Abyss Soldiers. And then for the second, he might just get rid of both Abyss Soldiers. But let's see what he discards, guys. So he gets rid of Warrior Lady and Abyss Soldier. I thought he was just gonna keep the Warrior Lady, 1 for a dark and 2 to be able to get rid of his opponent's monsters. But in my opinion, he's probably just gonna set these 3 traps and pass over. So that's exactly what he does. He passes. Bringerofrain draws into Sangan. Calvin activates Trap Dust Shoot right away, chucking the Sangan out of the hand or putting it in the deck. The only play Bringerofrain really has is setting the Scapegoats and activating the Thunder Dragon. So let's just try to skip through this here. So he also sets the Snatch Steal, presumably to try to get an MST or a Dust Tornado out so that the Scapegoat doesn't get hit by it. But anyways, Calvin draws into a Mystical Space Typhoon. He's probably just going to wind up setting the MST. So he summons Abyss Soldier, swings for 1800, that gets Scapegoated, then he chains MST to the second one because he knows that there's no other chainable cards. Calvin hits one of the ghosts, passes over, Bringerofrain draws into a Creature Swap. So he's got 2 swaps in his hand. He can go ahead and switch one to attack mode and activates Creature Swap. And let's see here. He has a Solemn Judgment, but I don't think he's going to activate that. Yeah, so then Abyss Soldier swings into the Goat, passes over to Calvin. Calvin draws into Call the Haunted, which isn't doing much. He's obviously going to set the call here, but let's see what happens after that. Just pass those over. Bringerofrain draws into Heavy Storm, which was a really good draw. I'm assuming he's just going to drop this right now. That's going to eat the Solemn Judgment. Swing for 1800. Yeah, Calvin eats that. Passes over, draws into a Dust Shoot, which is okay because it's going to let him see his hand. Hopefully, Bringerofrain draws into a monster and the Dust Shoot is live. Or liver than it is right now. Calvin activates Call the Haunted, getting Abyss Soldier, smacking a Goat, and probably chucking the Tri-Virus to get the Abyss Soldier back in his hand. Now setting the Dust Shoot and passes over. Bringerofrain draws into Mirror Force. Dust Shoot gets activated. See, that should have gotten to the deck. I don't know why I went to the graveyard. But he switches the Goat to attack mode again, activates Creature Swap, and this is the end of the game 1. So that was a pretty quick game 1. Let's see how long that game actually took. So that was actually a 20-minute game. So that was pretty long for game 1. considering now in your rounds you get about 40 minutes in real life tournaments anyways. Okay, so game 2, Calvin's going to choose to go first again. Opening hand for Calvin is Dust Shoot, Abyss Soldier, Exile Force, Kaiku, and BLS. Bringer of Rain's opening hand is Royal Decree, Tribe Infecting Virus, Chaos Sork, Magician of Faith, and Tsukiyomi. For those of you who didn't watch yesterday's match, Bringer of Rain was actually main decking Royal Decrees. Obviously, go back to that match and check it out. But what I was saying about Royal Decree was we've gotten to a point in the format where we realize that making sure that your plays go through, activating Royal Decree against Warriors or even against the Chaos matchup is really strong, because people can't activate their Regeki breaks and get their pluses off of that. They wound up with dead hands with Night Assailants and Thunder Dragons and things like that. Also against Warriors, obviously you blow out their traps and you can just push in after that. But anyways, Calvin's 6th card is a Sinister Serpent. So obviously he's going to set the Dust Shoot, maybe summoning the Kaiku as well and passing over. Bringer of Rain draws into Nidoria, which I'm assuming he side decked in. Trap Dust Shoot gets activated. And let's try to think here. So the Tsukiyomi could be something he wants to get rid of because it does get rid of the Kaiku. I'm not sure what Abyss Soldier's defense is. So it's not going to be able to get rid of the Abyss Soldier, but it will smack up this Kaiku like it's nothing. At the very least, if he wants to summon the Nidoria, he's taking damage with that. But it's not going to be a free card. It's going to be 1-for-1. Same thing with Tribe Infecting Virus. But let's see what he picks anyways. He does pick the Tsukiyomi. And now he summons Tribe Infecting Virus. He pitches the Light to get rid of the Kaiku. Swings for 1600. Now he sets Royal Decree and passes over. Calvin draws into Dust Tornado. And he knows he has a Royal Decree down, so he can just smack it with the Abyss Soldier. And then obviously bounce this Royal Decree. Now he gets to set his Dust Tornado, fine. Passes over to Rain. Rain draws into Mystic Tomato. So let's think about this. He doesn't know that his opponent has an Exile Force in his hand, so he can just go ahead and summon this Nidoria and swing into the Abyss Soldier. You should be afraid of MST or level 2 and stuff like that. So sorry about the messages, guys. But let's see what his play is going to be. So he does summon Nidoria, swing in. The Abyss Soldier dies. He's going to set the Royal Decree. This is obviously going to get end phased. Also to note, guys, if you checked out yesterday's match, you realized that well, at least I noticed, I didn't see any kind of Sakuretsu armors in Calvin's deck. So I'm assuming Rain's thought is, I didn't see Saku's game 1 or the first match. It has to be Mirror Force for this Nidoria not to go through, which is what I was thinking. But anyways, he passes over. Calvin draws into Nobleman across that, which is what I told you guys you should be afraid of. Gets the Sinister Serpent back. And again, there's not much he could do here. He could set the knock if he wants to bluff. He knows he has a Sork in his hand. He doesn't know what the other card is. But let's see what he does here. So he sets the Serpent knowing he has one card in his hand. The second card is blank, but let's see what he draws into. He draws into Dark Mimic. So he sets a Dark Mimic and passes over. Calvin draws into Dust Shoot. I'm assuming this knocking is going to come down now. Yeah, setting Dust Shoot and passing over. Rain draws into a Tsukiyomi, which really doesn't do anything now here either. He summons Tomato and swings at the face down. Serpent goes to the grave and passes over. Calvin draws into Rhoda. So obviously he's going to pick up his Serpent. And the question here is he going to Exile Force or not? Let's see. If he Exile Forces here, then he's probably hoping the Sorcerer drops and he can BLS the Sorcerer. But let's see what happens. Picks up Serpent. Rhoda's for Warrior Lady. Okay, great. Swings in for 100. Banishes the Tomato. And passes over. So this is great because now he has 2 answers with the Dust Shoot. But anyways, Rain draws into Metamorphosis, which isn't doing much here. I'm sure Calvin is hoping that Rain drops this Chaos Sorcerer now. So remove Light and Dark, summon Chaos Sorcerer, swings in for 2300, sets this Metamorphosis and passes over. Calvin draws into Premature Burial. So he could go ahead and pre-me this Abyss Soldier to bounce the backfield. Let's see what happens. He just summons Exile Force, Premature Burial, summon Abyss Soldier. Now he's going to bounce the backfield. Oh no, sorry guys. So he bounces the Premature. Let's see what happens. Swings in for 1800. Passes over. So this is one of those plays that people tend to forget about. Obviously with the Giant True Nade, if you True Nade with the Premature Burial, your monster stays on the board. But yeah, that was a really good play by Calvin. I completely forgot about that. I don't play Abyss Soldier much, so I don't think about that much. But anyways, Rain draws into Creature Swap, which is good for him because he has a Tsukiyomi. So he can just Suki Swap, take the Abyss Soldier and pass it over, which is really the play. He doesn't have much to do now. Passes over, Calvin draws into a Rhoda. So now if he wants to, he can go for the Blade Knight play. Not because it does much, but just because it's going to put a light in his graveyard. But let's see what he's going to do here. Gets back his Serpent. Rhodas for Blade Knight. Swings and then just passes over. Rain draws into a Widespread Ruins. Obviously swings into the Blade Knight and passes. Sets a Widespread, obviously. Calvin draws into a Dust Tornado. So activate Premature Burial, getting Abyss Soldier again, I'm assuming. And then doing the same play, bouncing the Premi. Swinging for 1800. Widespread Ruins goes down, and then he sets Dust Tornado. Passes over. Rain draws into a Thunder Dragon. So activate Thunder Dragon here. And he doesn't have much plays after this. So okay, so I'm not sure how this went. Let's see this, guys. Added Thunder Dragon. So as soon as he added Thunder Dragon, Calvin just activates Dust Tornado because he knows he has Tsukiyomi in his hand. I'm not too sure what the other reasons are, but he just shotgunned it. And yeah, and Rain passes over. And this should be game. Now you get back your Serpent, and you can Premi twice and drop this BLS. Yeah, so let's just fast forward this. That's the end of game 2, guys. And now this is the final match of the finals. Rain chooses to go first, obviously. Opening hand for Rain is Thunder Dragon, Dark Mimic, BLS, Tribe Infecting Virus, and Heavy Storm. Calvin's opening hand is Solemn Judgment, Abyss Soldier, Snatch, Upstart Goblin, and Grandmaster. 6 card for Rain is Mystic Tomato. So obviously you get rid of this Thunder Dragon here. And now we know that Rain plays Spirit Reaper, so maybe he wants to hold off on this Tomato and just set the Mimic, just because you don't want anything to get Nobleman right away. But let's see what he does. He just summons Mystic Tomato, passes over, Calvin draws into Kaiku, activates Upstart Goblin, draws into Graceful Charity, and let's see what he does here. I was wrong game 1 about the Graceful Charity. Maybe he does choose to activate it. So he plays it right away, draws into another Abyss Soldier, Book of Moon, and Pole Position, which is crazy. I've not seen anybody play this card. I kind of want to see what he's doing with it. The face-up monster with the highest attack on the field is unaffected by the effect of spell cards. When pole position is removed from the field, destroy the face-up monster with the highest attack on the field. Now I know in GB format people were taking this from when you get Geyserist. You can just pole position. Well, they would hit the pole position, Geyserist would go to the graveyard. But I'm not too sure what the point of this is. But anyways, I'm happy to see what's gonna happen here. So he chucks Grandmaster, chucks an Abyss Soldier, summons Kaiku, activates Snatch Steal, sets everything, swings in for 18 and 14. Let's see, he does have the Solemn Judgment. Banishes the Thunder Dragon, passes over. Rain draws into Sork, so Heavy's going to come down, but that's going to get hit by Solemn. Now Tribe comes down. He calls Spellcaster, swings in at the Tomato, activates Book of Moon to save the Tomato, passes over. Calvin draws into a Rhoda, which is really good for him. Let's see what happens here. He summons an Abyss Soldier, swings at the face down with the Tomato, swings for 1800, passes over. Rain draws into Graceful Charity, which is amazing. He obviously gains 1,000, activates Graceful Charity now. Draws into Suki, Royal Decree, and a Dark Mimic. So obviously he's going to get rid of the Thunder Dragon that's dead in his hand. Maybe the Dark Mimic level 1. Yeah, and then now he can go ahead and summon this. Let's see, summon the Sorcerer. Yeah, summon the Sorcerer now. Banish the Abyss Soldier. And set that and set the Royal Decree and pass over. Calvin draws into MST, which is good for Calvin, obviously. Activates Rhoda to get the Exiled Force. Exiled's going to get rid of this Chaos Orc. Swing it to face down. Rain draws a card, gets a Serpent. Sets MST and passes, and fades Royal Decree. Rain draws into a Skill Dark Magician. So now he can just get on the aggressive and try to go for the game. But let's see what happens. Gains 1,000. Drops BLS. Just swings, attacks and activates MST. Chains pole position. So yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen here. So what did he target with the MST? Okay, he targeted his set. When pole position is removed from the field. So he's going to try to kill the BLS with this, is what's going on. And yes, it's going to go off because it's when it's removed from the field. So it doesn't even have to be face up for the Royal Decree to affect it. Yep, so the BLS dies. Main phase 2 sets Serpent. Passes over. Calvin draws into Morphing Jar. Swings at the face down Serpent. Sets Morphing Jar and passes. Rain draws to the Pot of Greed. Gains 1,000. Grabs his Serpent back. And let's see what he draws off of this pot. He draws a Creature Swap and a Faith. So let's say he drops Skill Dark and smacks into this tomato, and then maybe Nidoria comes down now, or another tomato. Wow. Okay, that's crazy, right? Okay, so Calvin gets a fresh hand. Bringer of Rain chucks his hand, gets another hand. So now Calvin's got an Upstart, a Knock, a Sangan, an Evac, and a Pot of Greed. Rain has a Faith, another Decree, a level 1, a Ring of Destruction, and another Chaos Sorcerer, which is live, so that's good for him. There's not much to do here now, guys. Just pass over. Calvin draws into a Warrior Lady. Activates Upstart Goblin. Draws into Preemie, activates Pot of Greed. Draws into Book and another Evac. Let's check this graveyard out. So he doesn't have much that's going to get rid of this Skilled Dark Magician. Maybe the Premature Burial. I mean, not the Premature Burial. Maybe the Exile Force is what I meant. Sorry, guys. But let's see what his play is going to be. Let's see. If he's really scared of another Chaos guy, he could Preemie the Kaiku, swing in this tomato, and get those remaining lights out. But that's if, and then set the Book of Moon, because that's going to be the protection. But that's if he's really scared of it. But let's see what he winds up doing here. So he sets Sangan, and he's going to set everything else and pass over. Rain draws into a Snatch Steel, which I guess is really good because that would have gotten rid of that Kaiku if he would have summoned it. But let's see what he does. Now he's open to drop another BLS. I mean, another Sork. Decree's face up. MST's already gone, so he's not going to chain anything to get rid of this Royal Decree. Serpent gets added to hand. He just swings with Skill Dark. Sangan grabs him. a Serpent, so that's really good because that's going to get his Abyss Soldier back. Swings with Tomato, and now set Faith maybe. Sets level 1, passes over. Calvin draws into BLS, which is a strong card. He does have Light and Dark, but let's see how he manages this play. Activates Knock. Premature Burial comes down, getting an Abyss Soldier. BLS comes down. Summons Warrior Lady. Okay. Gets his Premi back. Exile Force. Is this game? I don't have the calculation right now. No, so unfortunately it's not game. Banishes the both lights. Unfortunately, though, he's got a Snatch Steal. He does have a Book of Moon to save it. But let's see how this goes. Draws into Scapegoats. Snatch Steal is going to come down. Book of Moon is going to save that. Sets Magician of Faith and sets Ring of Destruction. And sets the other Decree. Obviously, he's going to set this. Yeah, Scapegoats. Passes over. Calvin draws into Dust Tornado. So Calvin's in a really good spot right now. Get back his Sinister Serpent. Flips up BLS. He's obviously going to banish this face down. Swings with everything. This is going to get Scapegoated. So 2 goats and then main phase 2. Oh, wow. So you just gave him the game. Oh, no. You have evac. Sets end phase. Ring of Destruction. Tries to go for the tie. Evac's going to answer that. And then end phase Royal Decree. Draw into Metamorphosis. Activate Meta. And let's see, he doesn't have any more lights in his graveyard. So he takes Abyss Soldier, he's just going to crash. Sets the Serpent, sets the other Decree. Passes over, Calvin draws into Dust Shoot, which is unfortunate. Gets his Serpent back. Now he doesn't have anything for that. Sets his Serpent at his Dust Shoot. Passes over, Calvin draws into another Metamorphosis. So there's not really much to do here either. Takes the face down. Passes over, Calvin draws into Solemn Judgment. Passes over. And then now this should be game. Yeah, now this is game, guys. So summon Tsukiyomi and swing for game. But yeah, that was pretty dope, man. Calvin was putting those plays in. Abyss Soldier, obviously, with Premature Burial is really good, guys. It's something I wasn't thinking about. I'm not too sure how I feel about pole position. Maybe that's a card that people can test out. I don't know what his point of playing pole position was. I mean, I'm sure it's not for. I'm sure it's not for Snatch Steal. But I wonder what it is for. Maybe to get the Heavy Storms out and then killing his opponent's monsters. But I don't know, guys. You let me know in the comments down below what you think that the pole position's for. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video like always. If there was any plays that I didn't catch, let me know in the comments down below. Also, guys, don't forget to share this video with your friends. Like it if you like this video. Always, guys, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to help support this channel, just check out my TCG player link in the description below if you're going to do any shopping for any Yu-Gi-Oh cards or any kind of trading cards. Also, if you want to go the extra miles to say and you want to help this support this channel even more, you can also check out my merch link in the description below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.